going to do the lesson 1-1 work together problem, but I want to just make sure, since it's early on here, that you know how to get in. So again, you go to k12.cengage.com to log in, and you need to be sure and remember your username and password, because it is incredibly difficult for us to change that from here without going back to the company. So you would log in and you would launch the course. You can see how great my internet is. And we would go to, all of them are on Friday, by the way. We would go to Working Papers 1-1. And then work together, and it tells you what page number in the book that the directions are in, if you would prefer to do that, so you're not trying to split screen very often. And here is our problem that we have. So Megan Finder, a recent college graduate, is applying for her first credit card. The creditor is asked for a personal net worth statement. Megan owns a scooter worth $2,000, has $800 in her checking account. She owes JC Auto $920 and owes River College $125. So we know that these are assets because she owns them. We know these are liabilities because she owes them. And it wants us to complete a net worth statement for Megan Finder, to select the current date in the appropriate field, and then they said assets should be listed in order of liquidity. And liquidity means how quickly I can convert them to cash. So cash, of course, is the quickest thing to convert to cash because it's already cash. But then how quick can I convert a scooter versus a computer versus land? We would put them in order of liquidity. The most liquid, easily converted to cash, would go first. And then liabilities, it says, should be reported in alphabetical order. So again, make sure you're reading all the directions on these things. Don't just jump into doing anything, because it will give you, typically at the end, kind of the key things on order or how to go about doing things. So with that said, we need to fill out this net worth statement. So the heading always starts with the person's name. So Megan Finder. And then the second line is what statement it is. And then we put the date. And we just write current date for that, as the directions told us. And then we know that we are going to do assets, liabilities, to compute net worth. And so on the assets, it told us most liquid first. So cash would be first. And cash is $800. So anytime that you see checking account or a savings account for a business, that's essentially the exact same thing as cash. Okay? And then scooter would be second, and it was worth $2,000. And our total assets then are $2,800, just adding these two together. Then our liabilities, they said we owed JC Auto and we owed River College. And so when they're business names, I would go by this first part. J is before R. If it was a person's name, we would use their last name. Okay, so JC Auto is first. And $920. And then River College is $125, which makes our total liabilities $1,045. And then to compute our net worth, we're going to take the $2,800 of total assets and subtract the total liabilities of $1,045, and we get $1,755 even. And that is the net worth of Megan Finder at whatever this date is. So again, last time we'll really talk about net worth statement and personal assets and personal liabilities and net worth. From here on, we're going to convert to business assets, business liabilities, and the business's equity, the owner's equity. If you want to get more practice on this before doing the application problem, you should do the on your own. The on your own was in that same working papers 1-1 on your own, page 9. It is just like the work together, only different numbers. These will not be taken for a grade. So if you want practice before going on the application, you should do that. The application problem, however, will be graded. So if you go down to the application problem 1-1, it is going to count towards your grade. So, and you get one attempt at that. Next, after the application problem, is we will do the lecture on 1-2. Lesson 1-2, which is how business activities change the accounting equation. And that is when I really actually start to care that you have to get your thinking cap on and make sure that you get all that information down, because it is the foundation of everything we do. It's what I talked about on learning the alphabet. I cannot write a book later down the road if I don't know this alphabet, so I have to get that information down very well. So go ahead, do the on your own if you'd like practice. Otherwise, go on to the application, and after that, the lecture for 1-2.